Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the mid-month check-in for the water sign collective. We're starting off with the water signs, just checking in for the mid-month. So these are going to be, pretty quick. It is a general reading. So as always, you guys know, take what resonates and leave the rest. And know that energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. And time as well as the energy is fluid. So, we're just going to jump right in and see what's going on with the mid-month energies from now until the end of the month. The monthlies are out, but this is just a quick, little check-in in regards to what may be going on with the energy surrounding the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And, it is Scorpio season, so happy birthdays. Shout out to all of the Scorpios. And we're going to just see what mid-month energy or messages we need for the water signs. I'm already, feeling an energy of, being really giddy. So you may be feeling like that. Someone may be feeling like that in regards to you. Or it could just, be the energy that's, around. I feel like very playful energy. But let's see what messages need to come through for the water signs. I also feel like, very light, similar to an energy of walking on air. So some of you may be feeling that also. So very light, I feel light. I don't feel, normally when I tap into the water signs, I feel very heavy and weighed down, but I feel just lighter. Energy. Almost like a weight has been lifted off. But I'm gonna do one more and we'll see what's going on. So, the bottom of the deck, we have the World. That speaks to, cycles ending, closing out, of a cycle. It's also making me feel like how can I explain it? I just heard seeing the world for what it is. I don't know what that, who that may be for, but that's just what I got. And this blue is making me feel like throat chakra energy. Blue is the color of the throat chakra. So, what may be coming to an end is, I feel like no longer holding back what you want to say. Saying what you mean, meaning what you say. But something to do with communication. And then up under that we have hostility, which is almost like a Five of Swords energy. So some of you may be communicating or receiving hostile communication. I am getting that. But I almost feel like for some of you, you're ending, like I said, it feels like an ending coming to, always holding back, from saying what you want to say. This hostilities cards mean you're, you could be, being very cutthroat, very direct, which is, I can't say, I won't say that it's, for the water signs, it is a different energy, maybe. for like if you're a Scorpio or a Pisces, but if you're a Cancer, I don't think like you struggle with this. And I'm, you know, like I feel like, you know, Cancers can be very direct in, you know, their communication. But, and then look at Healer of the Ages was up under that. So yeah, some of you guys are, you know, stepping into a cycle or ending a cycle of where you previously may have held back things that you wanted to say. You're no longer going to be holding back. You're going to, like, I almost feel like be very direct and upfront with, you know, even in regards to like maybe what you want. But let's see, give me an overall energy for the mid-month for the water signs. Yes, we got door to personal healing and happiness. So, you know, what I'm feeling about that is like, yeah, you guys are no longer holding back communication, whether it's, you know, who you know, what you say, who you say it to, how you say it. You're just, you know, gonna let it come out, because, you know, for some of you it will be, you know, the key to, you know, healing and your, you know, your own healing, your own happiness. And, you know, I just feel like it's about time. With victory here, it's like it's almost like the way you communicate, or stepping into this energy of being more communicative, you know, in regards to your needs, your wants, your feelings, is like almost like your key to success. It's like your key to success. And up under that, we have blossoming abundance. So that's giving me like an energy of almost like what I feel behind this is like the Ace of Cups. Like, you know, stepping into, you know, an energy of, you know, just, it's almost like letting it all hang out, like, and really like not caring who likes it, who doesn't like it. Like, you're doing this for you, whatever it is, whatever you may be communicating. It almost feels like maybe, you know, some of you guys are at a point where you're about to, you know, start getting things off of your chest. And, you know, that's positive, especially, you know, for water signs, because water signs, you know, tend to hold, you know, their feelings and emotions in for the sake of others, or, you know, for not wanting to, you know, I don't want to say seem like they don't care, but, you know, as a way to just, you know, like almost keep the peace. But, you know, that can also be done to a detriment. And here we go. I just split the deck and we have the 8 of Wands, which is communication. It's fast communication, you know, whether coming in or going out. But, you know, it's fast energy. So some of you, you know, you're like just telling it like it is with this 8 of Wands. No longer holding back. So let's see. How to keep these short. Let's see how it goes. What messages do we need for the water sign collective as it pertains to this mid-month energy? What messages do we need as it pertains to this mid-month energy? And the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Give me one more. Alright, so bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. And that's exactly like what I feel. And this is, you know, it's Cancer energies. The Chariot is, you know, it's a powerful energy. to harness, whether you know you're a water sign, a Cancer specifically or not. But you know, it's that, you know, it's taking charge. Because some of you have been, you know, holding back in, you know, the area of communication, or, you know, just, it almost feels like, you know, like I said, it's just giving me an energy of like, you know, taking charge, being very direct. For some of you, this energy could, you know, be coming towards you. Like there may be someone who is harnessing this Chariot energy after, you know, a period of, you know, it almost feels like the Seven of Pentacles is contemplating, but it's almost like they may even be coming to express, like I said, I felt that Ace of Cups, express something emotional, some type of love, some type of emotional communication is going to be, you know, coming towards you, or you could be, you know, giving this communication to someone, but it's in regards to, you know, your feelings, something that you may have previously held back, as this Seven of Pentacles, almost like an energy of for some of you, it's wondering if, you know, if you express yourself in whatever situation you're going through, how, you know, you'll be received. Is it worth you expressing, you know, yourself in this magnitude, you know, speaking from the heart? And it's like, yeah, like you can only, you know, move forward. And, you know, like for me personally, I'm a person like I'm very direct because I want people to be direct with me. Like, and you know, some people can handle it, some people can't, but I like that. I like that. And I'm also, you know, like a communicator. I like communicating. So, but that's just me. But let's see, what messages do we need? All these cards of movement. What other messages do we need? What messages do we need for the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces? Oh, that was the Knight of Wands, but I flip back over. So the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil, which is, you know, Capricorn energy, but it feels like, you know, feeling stuck, feeling bound. For a lot of you, I do feel like this may have been, you know, past energy, whether you were tied to, you know, a person, place, or thing, or if this energy was just energy you were, you know, harnessing. It speaks to, you know, it could be addictions, it could be toxicity, it could be, you know, just energy that was also, you know, like around you. But the Devil energy is like, it also speaks to like restriction, confinement, you know, feeling and being, you know, like bound and chained to something. But up under that, we have the Ten of Swords, which is basically saying like, nope, you're no longer, you've cut this energy out. You've put an end to this energy. Swords are communication, you know, so, and thoughts, but you're ending it, you know, you're closing out that cycle. And it's like almost like you're with the Lovers. The Devil and the Lovers is like the dark side and the light side of the same energy. Some of you are, you know, stepping into a cycle where you may have, you know, felt restricted or bound, or, you know, just stuck in, you know, not being able to communicate. But, you know, now taking on this Lover's energy, you know, they're free on this card. you know, and for some of you, you're making a conscious decision to either move away from energy like this and go towards energy like the Lovers. But this is a nice combination to have, water signs. And especially if you're a masculine energy, you know, you may have even been sitting in this King of Swords energy, who, you know, the King of Swords, he can be very cold, but he is also very, you know, calculating. He's sharp, he knows. But he is almost silent, where the Queen of Swords, you know, the feminine energy to this, you know, will communicate. Like the masculine energy kind of, you know, almost holds back, like a King of Cups, but they're very you know, silent as well. But the King of Swords, like, you could be, you know, moving away from, you know, always holding back the things that you want to say. But what we have out is the Six of Swords, more, you know, air energy, with the Six of Cups. And what that makes me feel like is, yeah, this energy, like I said, for some of you, it is past. The Six of Cups represents the past, and the Six of Swords represents, you know, moving forward. So some of you are moving away from this devil energy, whatever it was, a person, place, or thing, feeling like, you know, you were restricted and you were not, it's almost like you weren't free. But some of you have made, you know, the decision to go ahead and free yourself, because what it was doing by you staying in this devil energy was, you know, it was causing, you know, emotional, you know, confusion, illusion. And also for some of you, I feel like, you know, you were, you know, cheating yourself, or, you know, getting the short end of the stick with the Six of Pentacles. For some of you, it's because you weren't expressing yourself and saying what you feel, and like I almost like saying, like, feel like I keep wanting to say, like, meaning what you say, you were, you know, deceiving yourself with the Seven of Swords. And then with the Ace of Cups, it's like, nah, you're ready. Like, I almost feel like with this Ace of Cups, like, yeah, I feel like you were deceiving yourself or cheating yourself out of what, you know, was really, you know, in your heart. You were causing, like, your own confusion. You were causing, you know, illusion for yourself. Like, people don't know how detrimental expressing yourself really is. It's necessary, because otherwise you stay in this Seven of Cups state. Like, you feel bogged down. You feel stuck. And it's like, no. Some of you are no longer doing that, because from the 6 to the 7 is the Ace coming up in the future position. And it's like, nope, you're no longer gonna, you know, do that to yourself with the Seven of Swords. But I'm gonna clarify that, and then we're gonna get the guidance or advice. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, because it could even be, you know, people that were taking advantage of you, lying, manipulating, stealing, or it could, you know, it could even be you that was doing this, you know, to someone, or doing it to yourself. What's the Seven of Swords? Tell me about the Seven of Swords. And it can be in relationships. It could be just in how you, you know, relate and communicate with others. Maybe it wasn't always, you know, forthright. And it's like, yeah. So we're clarifying the Seven of Swords. We have the Chariot. Yeah, you're moving out of that energy, or people, places, and things that harness that energy. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. Because for some of you, you were doing it like out of ego, feeling like you always just had to, like, win. But what this is telling me is that for some of you, you were, you know, contributing to this energy, but you were also dealing with people in this energy too. of this Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Give me one more for the Seven of Swords. Because some of you were afraid of like feeling like if you were to actually harness this Chariot energy, like people would look at you like, or you know, you wouldn't be, I don't want to say you wouldn't be accepted, but it's almost like you were, you know, you were, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like, it makes me feel like you felt that you couldn't be direct and forthright for whatever reason. It could have been something that, you know, you learned in childhood. Maybe as a child you were not allowed to express yourself. So, you know, that can cause you to be manipulative towards others, or that's what you attract. Oh, I'm not taking these. Give me one more for the Seven of Swords. Give me one more for the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords. Give me one more. We got the Chariot and the Ten of Swords, and that's telling me like you're no longer done like almost, you know, putting yourself down or dealing with, you know, it makes me feel like you were in a way like betraying yourself by either being in this energy or, you know, being attached or attracting people that were not honest, or they were like manipulative and all of that. It's like you're done, like seriously, like you're done. Or it could have just been a mindset that you have like, nah, I can't express myself. But it's like, no, you're talking. You're about to say a whole bunch of shit, like with this Knight of Swords. And it's like the Knight of Swords doesn't care. Like, and it's like sometimes you have to be like that. When when it comes to speaking your truth, you have to be this way. And it's like it may seem ruthless, but at least you know you're not confused. You're very sure. You know, it's like I said, this personal door to personal healing and happiness. That's what you're like. You're not gonna let anything disrupt your peace. That's what you're striving for, and what you're communicating, or, you know, just stepping into that energy of speaking your truth, not caring what people say, what people may think, is what is going to bring you this healing and happiness. What's up under that? Yeah. Because it's like, you know, especially with the Magician, like, it's almost like the peace and happiness and healing that you seek, you're learning how to create it through your words, is what I feel. You know, you have to say what you want, but you also have to mean it. You can't just say, you know, what you want and then don't mean it. Like, you have to, you know, like, what do they say? Abracadabra. As, you know, what does that mean? Like, as I speak, so I create. If you want this personal door to healing and happiness, you have to speak it. Speak it into existence. Speak what you want. But let's get the guidance or advice, because I'm using the Rebel deck. And that's exactly like some of you are taking on this Knight of Swords energy. I don't feel like, you know, sometimes the Knight of Swords can be impulsive, but I don't feel that because he has the Ace of Swords. Then from the 6 to the 7 is the ace. He just, you know, it may seem, you know, to whoever you may be communicating to, or even if they're communicating to you, it may seem impulsive, but it's coming from a place with this 4 of Swords. It's coming from a place of, like, it was well thought out. It was well thought out. And, you know, you're the peace that you're seeking, you're taking charge to get that. Because even in the 4 of Swords, you know, he was laying, you know, the 3 of Swords is above, but you're laying on your truth. It's like now you've picked up that sword and you're, you know, going to wield your truth. Whether, you know, and like I said, it just feels like it's, you know, some type of communication. But whatever it is, like, you're taking charge of your life. And that's not a bad thing. Like, for some of you, it's like you're learning the power of words. And I, you know, I was just talking with someone, and, you know, what we were talking about, as we were talking about it, you know, it actually, the scenario, it played out right in front of both of us. And they were just as, you know, I was like, look, I just spoke this shit into existence, like, in the moment, right on the spot. And he was like, you know, yo, that's crazy. And I said, yeah, like, but it's really not, because, you know the power of your words. And when things like that happen, it's, you know, it comes through as confirmation of how, you know, words have power. And it doesn't have to be negative just because, you know, someone else doesn't like it, or you feel like, no, just, you know, your truth is your truth, and no one can take that from you. So why would you put that down? You know what they say, the truth is always gonna rise. It's gonna come out sooner or later. So why not just take control of it when you feel it? Like, I'm a person, like, when I feel it, I'ma speak it. I don't care. Like, some people be like, oh, you know, don't say too much. No, I'd rather say too much than not enough. And that's just me. And I can honestly say, like, it's never, like, you know, like, as far as I can remember, like, it's never did anything, you know, not saying that it can't, but it hasn't backfired yet. Like, because I know what I'm going to put up with. I know what I will and won't tolerate. And I'd rather you know that than to have to catch it, like, after the fact. No, I'm going to tell you up front. And that it is what it is. Like, at least you know. I'm not going to leave you guessing, because I don't like being left, you know, guessing, or, you know, feeling like I'm in suspension. Hell no, not for nothing or nobody. I'm going to say it. And it is what it is. Like, what's the guidance on this? Ooh, that was fast. Alright, so for some of you, what we have here, it says, get the fuck outside, move your ass, your body is pissed at you. So for some of you, you know, you've been, you know, not exercising. And, you know, for some of you, it may be literally, but, you know, not exercising your truth. And, you know, by you holding in or holding back your truth, like, it can affect your physical body. It can definitely affect your physical body. And give me one more. Like, this is why I love what I do, because sometimes the messages are literal, but sometimes, you know, it's figuratively. And that's what, you know, the Knight of Swords is doing. They're exercising their truth. But some of you may need to exercise, literally. But give me one more for guidance or advice for the water sign collective. get your throat chakra working. And this card is blue. Like, get your throat chakra. Start exercising it. Give me one more guidance or advice for the water sign collective of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And then it says again, you need a good fucking cry. It says, get the ugly cry on. Let that shit go. Your soul will thank you. Yes. And again, another blue card. So the throat chakra is heavy for the water signs right now. And what this is making me feel like is, you know, for some of you, it's like you got to let that water go. Like, whether you, like, mentally, physically, or even spiritually. It's like you have to let whatever you would. For some of you, like I said, this is past stuff that was holding you back. Past feelings, past emotions, feeling, you know, repressed and stuck. And it's like, no, it's time to let that shit go. And your soul will thank you because you're going to be moving towards healing. With the victory card and the door to personal healing and happiness, yes. And for, you know, for some of you, you know, this Ace of Cups is going to be, you know, your reward. Like I almost feel like, you know, some of you, you know, it may be a side of you that you've never seen before, but by you stepping into that energy, it's going to be rewarding. It's going to be fulfilling. All right, water signs. So that is the mid-month check-in. Definitely hope it resonated for some of you. As always, sending love and light out to you all. And I will see you guys on the next reading. All right, later.